Well, guys, that June Nintendo Direct has finally come and gone, and taking a look at people's reactions online, they definitely seem to be a little mixed with this Direct. I've seen some people saying that this was pretty good and they're happy from it, some people saying that it wasn't really all that good and they were a little disappointed, some people just saying it was kind of average. So I do want to talk about this because I feel like this Direct definitely gave a lot of indirect information for really what the Nintendo Switch is going to be like, and I do want to talk about this. So if you guys want my quick fire thoughts on just how I feel about this Direct, I would probably say that it was an average Direct. There wasn't anything really that made me jump out of my seat and go insane. However, there were some pretty cool surprises and some nice announcements inside of there. So the first thing is that they opened up with Pokemon DLC. They opened up with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Hidden Treasure of Area Zero, which was actually really surprising because Pokemon DLC was something that a lot of people didn't really expect to see inside of a Nintendo Direct, as we know that Pokemon can appear in Directs. It's not like it's uncommon, but it definitely doesn't appear as often, and especially to start off a Nintendo Direct, like this was their opener, it was definitely something that a lot of people were not expecting. So we actually got a look at it. We can actually see some of the new areas, some of the new Pokemon, and even some of the characters and what they're going to be like. So that is pretty cool. I mean, we already know that this DLC is going to be coming out this year, but we unfortunately still didn't get any dates on it. We just know that one is going to be coming out in the fall and the other one is coming out in the winter. So we still have no dates, but yeah, it was nice to get a little update and just kind of see exactly what we can expect with this DLC. Now, another good announcement that we got inside of here was we finally got a look at the Detective Pikachu game for the Nintendo Switch, as this is a game that we have heard about for a long time. It was announced like 4 years ago that there was a Detective Pikachu sequel being worked on for the Nintendo Switch, and this does look really cool as we actually have like up to, I think, Generation 8 Pokemon now that are inside of this game, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it's just called Detective Pikachu Returns, which is pretty funny. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how exactly this game does work. I didn't play the 3DS game, so I don't know for sure exactly like what happened, because I thought the story was kind of concluded with Detective Pikachu, but somehow it seems like he is going to return, and so it'll be interesting to see exactly how that does work. And it is coming out this year, so yeah, it's been a long time. We've kind of just known this game in the back of our heads for a long time, so it is nice that it is finally going to be coming out. Now, by far one of the biggest announcements that was inside of this Nintendo Direct was the Super Mario RPG remake. So this is something that's kind of been teased for a while. It was teased like definitely a few days ago and people were kind of expecting it. So we definitely weren't expecting to see like a full-fledged remake like this. Like some people thought it was just going to be like a sprite-based like HD 2D version, but no, this is full-on like 3D, a remake of that game, which is really cool. So it is really awesome that we now have this game, and this definitely is Nintendo's kind of big holiday title for this game, as even the release date for it, this is coming out during like that usual like a week before Thanksgiving like holiday slot that a Pokemon game always comes out in. But because we don't have a Pokemon game coming out this year, and in fact it's going to be DLC with Scarlet and Violet, this is Nintendo's big holiday game, and it does seem like it's going to be pretty good. But of course it is a remake of an older game. This isn't like a brand new Super Mario RPG, this isn't like a Super Mario RPG sequel or anything like that, but it's just going to be the entire original game but now remastered in HD. Now, something that was also a little surprising was we actually got a tease of a brand new game that's starring Princess Peach. So this looks pretty cool. She doesn't even have the crown inside of this video, so it seems like this could be taking place with maybe younger Peach, and maybe it could be like a backstory game to give us like the idea of how she actually becomes a princess or something. It would be really cool. I think there's definitely a lot of potential for it. We know that it's coming out in 2024, but that's pretty much all the information that we have. Like, we don't really have a ton of info about it, so it should be pretty interesting to see. Now, another game that also got announced was the Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon remake, as this is the 3DS game, or Luigi's Mansion 2 basically, that got a remake now onto the Nintendo Switch. I don't know exactly when this one is coming out. I think they said like in the near future or something. I don't think it's coming out this year, but yeah, we're basically getting an entire remake of that game, so that is also pretty neat. And finally, the big finisher announcement that we had for this Nintendo Direct was a brand new 2D Mario game, which was heavily rumored. So yeah, this is going to be called Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and this is going to be another kind of just holiday game that's coming out on the Nintendo Switch. It's actually coming out a little earlier this year, which is the release for it is going to be in October. And yeah, this is like a new 2D Mario game that we actually have been waiting for a really long time, as the last new like Mario 2D game that we had was New Super Mario Bros. U, which came out on the Wii U's launch day in 2012. And of course we had like the definitive version with like Deluxe that came out on the Switch, but we haven't had just like a proper new 2D Mario game in a really long time. So it's awesome that we're finally getting that. And this game does look pretty fun. Looks like there's even co-op, so that's awesome. I hope that there is some like online co-op because that would be a lot of fun to play with some friends. But either way, it just looked like it's just going to be a fun, chill 2D Mario game to have fun with. And yeah, I mean, this is definitely kind of, I would say, one of the coolest announcements that we've had inside of this Nintendo Direct. But yeah, overall, that Nintendo Direct really did kind of prove to me that it does seem like we're kind of at the end of the Nintendo Switch, because really a lot of the big announcements that they showed inside of this Nintendo Direct were just ports or remakes or kind of just old games that are now coming to the Nintendo Switch. Like, yes, the Super Mario RPG stuff was really cool, but it is of course just a remake of an older game. Same thing with like even like Pikmin got announced that there was going to be Pikmin 1 and 2, which are coming to the Nintendo Switch, and those are also just old games that are being ported. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon is also just the second Luigi's Mansion game, but now from the 3DS being ported onto the Nintendo Switch. Like, there's really very few just straight up brand new games that they showed, and even the ones that they have shown, I think Super Mario Wonder was really the only one that was like actually, I would say, kind of a pretty big game that's probably going to sell a lot. And besides that, even that game doesn't seem like it was some crazy, super, like, expensive, ambitious game, too. Like, it just seems like it was a pretty standard Mario game, which will be a lot of fun and stuff. And that Peach game also seems like it was, like, one of the other few brand new games that they showed. But, yeah, I feel like it does make a lot of sense now with what we've kind of heard, is that Zelda Tears of the Kingdom really does seem like it's going to be, like, the final, crazy, ambitious, like, huge release for the Nintendo Switch. And we're pretty much just going to be seeing kind of remasters and ports and kind of remakes of older games, like what we just saw inside of this Nintendo Direct. And that's pretty much what's going to be carrying out for the last couple of months and what's really left of the Nintendo Switch. And if anything, to me, this does kind of make it seem like to me that a brand new system is pretty much around the corner, and we're probably going to be seeing it at some point next year, because I don't really think that they're hiding like another crazy, huge, ambitious, like, you know, 3D Mario game or like something like that, like a huge, crazy new, like, I don't know, Fire Emblem game or Metroid game besides Metroid Prime 4, which we still didn't see inside of this Nintendo Direct either. I just feel like we're pretty much done now, because we did have all of these other huge games like Smash Ultimate and Animal Crossing and Splatoon, and all of those releases already did come out for the Nintendo Switch. And what will also be interesting to see is if we still get a September Direct, as September has pretty much been the month ever since the Nintendo Switch's launch year that we've always had a Nintendo Direct from 2017 up until 2022, but because we now had a June Direct that happened this year, are they really going to do another like September Fall Direct that's going to happen in just 2 months from now? Or because it's going to be so close that they're probably just not going to care about it this year? It will be pretty exciting to see, because even the years that we did have the June E3 Directs, like in 2018, 2019, and 2021, we still did get September Directs that followed after, so it should be interesting to see if they decide to do that this year. But yeah, overall, this Nintendo Direct was pretty average in my opinion. I'm definitely satisfied with the stuff like the Mario RPG remake and Super Mario Bros. Wonder and all of that. But yeah, besides that, there weren't really like a lot of insane, crazy announcements, so yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to click that like button and also subscribe to the channel, as I am going to be having more Nintendo videos very soon. But also let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comments as well. What do you guys think about this Nintendo Direct? Did you guys really love it? Did you not really like it that much? How are you guys feeling now about these games? And do you also think that the next system is just around the corner from all of these kind of ports and remakes and things that we've been seeing? Definitely be sure to let me know. Go follow me on Twitter at @Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros. And Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.